In this video, I'm going to show you how to bring leads from outside lead sources directly into your SalesPype CRM. Now, there's several ways that you can bring leads into SalesPype. In this video, I'm specifically going to show you how to use Zapier. So the first thing you need to do is create a campaign inside of SalesPype. This is a campaign that your leads are going to flow into. Now, I just created a sample campaign here called New Lead. So on your end, go ahead and create this campaign, and you're going to completely build it out. Fill out all the different fields here, build out your sequence of texts and emails, whatever it is that you want going out inside that campaign. Once you have it all built out, what you're going to do is start that campaign. So in your system, you're going to see a start button here. I already have mine running. That's why you see it say pause. So you're going to click that start button. And then the next step is come over here, and you're going to click this button that says connect via Zapier. So let's go ahead and click that. You'll next be greeted with a screen that looks like this, just telling you to accept an invite and build a Zap. And then it is going to take you to your Zapier account. Now, if you're not already logged into Zapier, it's going to take you to the Zapier login screen before you end up here. Or if you don't yet have a Zapier account, you'll obviously need to create one. Now, once you get logged into your Zapier account, what you're trying to do is create a new Zap. So just look around the system, depending on what design changes Zapier may launch between now and when you watch this video. You're really just looking for something like this, create. Let's just click this button here and choose Zaps. Now, I don't mess with the AI. If you want to play with that, you can. But what you want to first focus on is the trigger. The trigger is your lead source. So wherever it is that you're getting this lead from, that's going to be your trigger. So let's start there. And it's hard to show an example for everyone because you may be buying leads. You may be generating leads on a form on your website. You may have an old Google sheet with all kinds of leads on it that you want to add into SalesPype. There's limitless scenarios of lead sources that you could possibly be bringing in. So I can't show you everything. But I'll just run through one example, and if you can figure it out with one example, the process is really the same regardless of where that lead source is. But what you need to focus on is this lead source, do they integrate with Zapier? If they do, then you'll be able to use this method to bring your leads into SalesPype. All right, so in this example, I'm just going to say that I'm running Facebook ads. I'm running a Facebook lead ad. So what I'm going to do is choose this first one right here. So Facebook is my trigger, my lead source. And the trigger is going to be initiated whenever I generate a new lead on my ad. Continue. Next, Facebook is going to want you to connect Facebook to Zapier. I'm already logged in here, but you would just follow the steps to log into your Facebook account. They'll have you enter your credentials. Let's continue on. Now Zapier's asked me which page do I want to connect to Zapier. I have lots of different Facebook pages, but the one that I want to connect is SalesPype. And next it's asking, okay, well, which lead ad form are you trying to connect to Zapier? And let's see, let's find one to connect. Let's just connect this first one here. There we go. All right, now Zapier is going to test the trigger to make sure it's working. And it is saying that, okay, it found some sample records. Let's go ahead and continue with this example. And it was successful. So now we've moved on to the next step, and this is the action. And the action is always going to be SalesPype. The action is where are you sending this new lead? So I'm going to search for SalesPype here. And if you see some older versions in there, just ignore it. You want to focus on connecting to the latest version of our Zapier integration. So this one right here. Now I need to complete the event. You're either going to be adding a new contact to a campaign, which is what we're going to choose because you saw that we already built the campaign in SalesPype, and now we just want the leads flowing in there. So this is what I'm going to choose. The second option is to connect to a lead flow. Lead flow comes into play if you start doing more advanced rules with round robin and things like that. But I'm just going to choose add contact to campaign. Now from here, Zapier wants to log in to my SalesPype user account to make sure the connection is working. Now I have run this Zap many times, so I've already logged into several different SalesPype accounts, which is why you see some listed here. If you've never created a Zap before or connected to SalesPype, this will be blank, and you'll just go through the process of connecting a new account. It's then going to take you to a screen that looks like this, and this is where you're going to enter your SalesPype user credentials. So whatever you're using to log into your account with SalesPype is what you would put right here. All right, so we were able to successfully connect Zapier to SalesPype. I'm going to keep continuing on here. Next, it's saying, okay, well, when these new leads come in, where do you want to send them in SalesPype? And I want to send them to my campaign that's called New Lead. Now we're going to give you several different options in SalesPype. When you send over that lead, it could create a new lead or a new contact record in our system. The second option here is before adding a new contact, when the lead is sent over to SalesPype, we can search to see if that contact already exists. If it does, what we can do is we can take the new information you sent over, perhaps there was a new email address or a new phone number. We could take that info and just update the existing contact. So those are your two scenarios. It's either create a new contact, or if we find that contact already exists, we're going to take whatever new data you send over and update it. So this is probably the safest route, but you can choose other options. Now in this example, I'm saying that I want to add new leads directly into a campaign. We give you other options as well. Maybe you want to just create a new deal inside of our system or a new contact inside of the system. That would allow you to choose these routes here. And I'm just going to choose this right here. Let's carry on. If you wanted to attach a lead source to this coming through, you could. I'm going to choose to skip this right now. Okay. All right, so now we need to teach SalesPype how to handle these incoming leads, meaning how are we going to map over the information that's coming from the lead source? So fortunately, Facebook was able to send over some sample data, which is appearing right here. You're just going to click through all these different fields and decide how should this data be mapped over in SalesPype. So phone, I'm going to come here and say, all right, let's find a phone number in this lead. And in this particular Facebook lead form, I don't know if I was actually grabbing a phone number. If I was, I would grab it and I would choose whichever one represents the phone number right here. But I'm going to skip it because I didn't capture that data. Next, I'd move on to email. And I'm going to go through here and figure out, okay, this looks like this is the email address for the lead. So I'm going to select that so it maps over. First name. Looks like this is the name that I want to map over. Last name, I'm just going to leave blank. And then if there was any other data I needed to bring over and that existed on my lead data, I could just select it to bring it over. Mainly what I focus on bringing over through Zaps is a name and either a phone number or an email address. So now that I got the data mapped over that I want, and again, you could go much further with this, mapping out way more data, but I'm just going to say continue. And now we could test the step. And it says, good news, the prospect was sent over to my SalesPype account. So once I see that test is successful, I would just go back into SalesPype to make sure that that sample lead came over. Once I have confirmed that, then I would go ahead and publish the Zap, and you would be good to go. So again, this is just one example where Facebook is the lead source. There's so many options, but if you can get through this once, like I just showed you, the process is going to be very similar regardless of who your lead source is. If you get stuck, don't hesitate to reach out to our team. Take care.